Hey guys, Jacob Barnhill with the Barnhill team at eXp Realty. I want to hit you guys with a couple quick tips and some things to think about with selling your home and as you guys get prepared and things to keep in mind. So the first topic I want to jump into is home staging tips. Some home staging tips to really think about are we want your home to still be very desirable in the eyes of the buyer. I know the market is crazy right now and we get all these offers and all of this stuff. We still want to fill what I call that proverbial bucket of buyers up as much as possible, because sometimes you start getting conversations, some things may fall out. We have more contact information if it falls out in the transaction. There's all kinds of benefits to be able to fill that bucket up, help drive that price up for that property as much as possible. We don't want to just throw the property up on the MLS. That's decreasing our value as professionals. That's also decreasing the value of your property, right? Even though we may get multiple offers with this crazy market. So we still want to do home staging items and some of those things. My wife does a fabulous job of helping you guys out with. But definitely, I always give people that image of if you came into a hotel space and it wasn't like completely fresh and clean, right? We want almost that mint on the pillow. We want the closet to have space so that it feels like it has space and declutter a lot of the items in the home. We don't want to open the closet, no matter how big or small it is, and we feel like there's no space, then that makes it feel like there is no space for my clothes. It can be a small closet and feel like it has lots of space. That makes me feel like it has lots of space, right? So a little bit of depersonalization is always good. I know not everybody likes to do that. When you can do that, that's great. It's not a requirement that we're going to make you guys do that, but it is a great way to help people see into the home and them living there, and they're not excited about your bottle cap collection or your antique car collection. They're more concerned about how am I going to fit my items in the home, and they're starting to think about making offers, things like that. So the next one is going to be home improvement items. One of the things we really like to do is start looking at putting the certified pre-owned sort of status to the home, getting a pre-inspection, putting a home warranty on the home. Are there any type of quality of life upgrades, and kind of doing analysis with all of that. We don't get a pre-inspection done on all the properties. It is a really good idea to do it. I tell people it gives you a peace of mind. It is going to be about $300 to get one of those done. However, you don't want your buyer coming in and telling you these things. We've done some other items we spent money on and got the home prepped up and had these expectations. Literally, we've had a $20,000 foundation issue in a home right here in Irmo, and that changed the game. Right? That changed the game. So we're trying to be very preemptive in everything that we do, including having that peace of mind that we know everything's going to go off without a hitch. It's giving us the reassurance, my apologies, that we're going to have less issues come up, and we're going to spend this investment of time and other money and resources into the property. All right. So what not to do? I always tell people, I hear people all the time that are wanting to make upgrades to their property. I'll call you when the upgrades are done. People forget sometimes. We're not here to tell you what to do, but make some recommendations, and hopefully we can save you guys some money in the transactions. If you guys are going to pay us commissions, and that's no cheap fee sometimes for the commissions, but if we could come in and make up our commissions, not only in multiple offers, maybe explain some things that are going to help us save money or not have to sell. Maybe we don't want to sell, actually just help the seller see that the other week. And maybe we're showing you guys some things that you don't have to do. Hopefully I've found ways to make up my commission multiple times over in different recommendations that we can possibly make. So I always tell people what not to do. Mainly the what not to do things are if it works. If your HVAC system has been serviced every 6 months and it's in great shape, but it's 15 years old, but if there's no problems and that thing still runs, don't make that upgrade. That's another $5,000 to $7,000 you can save yourself. Now, if we have problems, then that's something maybe we want to consider. But if it still runs and it runs well, then that's not anything we necessarily have to upgrade just because it's old. If the roof's 20 years old and it's a 20-year roof, sometimes they'll go a little bit longer. Sometimes the pitch and how many trees are around it will help it last a lot longer than normal roofs that are of the same type of material. So there's different conditions that will allow it to last longer. If it's not leaking and it's not a problem, it's not really ugly, that wouldn't be things that I would recommend that we get upgraded. All right, so the last thing, cash offers. This is really where sometimes we can save some money and where we can offer some options and sort of a menu item for sellers is back to back. We could show you guys. They can close on your timeline. It can be cash. You're going to go put in $5,000 for an HVAC system. We got another $7,000 we got to put in the roof. We've got all kinds of extra storage facilities that we're going to have for items we got to get removed from the house, and we got to clean the house. All these lists of things that are going to cost us money, cost us time. We might be able to get a cash offer, not have to do any of those things and worry about them, and reduce the property's price. We can help you guys look at that and kind of weigh those options out, along with a lot of other options depending on your situation that we can look at. We're kind of a Swiss Army of sorts to look at different options. So if we can go side by side and you guys didn't have to make some of those repairs and maintenance items, and you guys are getting a lower price, but at the end of the day, it's actually netting you about the same or possibly more by going with the cash offer, that might be something that some of you may want to look at depending on where you guys are at and prepping your home. So I hope some of these tips were really useful. If anybody wants a tailored plan, you know how to get a hold of me, and we'll see you guys in the next video.